Today in review, we have Nintendo Switch OLED model. Now, I know we are stupidly late on this. Entirely sorry. It just got to a point where, once again, uh, schedule conflicts, other people's schedules. So today, I have CJ with me.
Hello.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done an episode. Uh, Actually, I don't think we've ever done an episode with just us before.
Nah,
That's a
bro.
first.
We're breaking new ground. Breaking new
Yeah,
ground.
I never realized that. This is the first episode. Okay,
Well, I hope I
so
can roll with the punches. I hope I can roll with
I'm hoping you can as well, friend. Um, so what we're first gonna do here, guys, is we're gonna go through the trailer and we're gonna pick out everything that's catching our eye about it and the landmark features that is brought to this new model. Okay.
Yeah.
CJ, you with me?
Hold on. Mine's loading now. Mine is loading now. All right, we're up.
Okay, let's go. I thought it was very nice and cinematic the way they brought it in. So they already let you know right at the beginning. I'm pausing it now. Right at the beginning, they're letting you know like OLED screen. Yeah, it's confirmed. The
Yeah,
leaks were
boom.
right. There you
Yeah.
go. So it cut out a lot of other rumors apparently. And I like that they showed off Metroid Prime as the first game. Pausing it again here. Um,
Oh yeah.
I love that they first displayed Metroid Prime. Not Metroid Prime. I'll keep saying it. Metroid Dread.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Uh,
and I didn't think to interject there because I was like, yeah, it's definitely Metroid Prime.
I mean, it definitely gives that premium feature that comes with Metroid Prime, like in terms of um the cinematics. I mean, just how great the game looks. Like I
Okay.
mistakenly said Metroid Prime simply because it looks good.
Oh yeah,
Like
no doubt.
we've yet to get a Metroid base Metroid game that looks this good. Considering that we haven't had one in nearly 20 years. So I mean, yeah, it was great that they showed that off first because this on an OLED screen, it's just going to be spectacular. Okay.
Like, I mean, dare I say, it looks like Metroid Dread was meant to be experienced on this.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Let's see here. So right off, when they just showed the model itself, after he lost to the Emmy, I noticed that the logo was like more toward the bottom and not centered, and I was like, "Ew, why did they do
Yeah,
that?" And obviously, we know what's coming up after
yeah.
that. But first, they go ahead and confirm the 7-inch screen. So yeah, that was dope. But as they did that, the bezels got smaller. I was like, oh, if they didn't do that, I was gonna be so upset because that's
Yeah.
just so ugly. And of
Shout out
course,
to,
they had to show Breath of the Wild.
of course. I enjoyed the first Breath of the Wild handheld experience, so I can't wait to hop into this.
Now I'm not sure why they showed Let's Go, but that was okay.
That's not Let's
Um,
Go. That's a Shining Pearl.
oh, was it? It just
Yeah,
looked
yeah. Like
more
because
simplistic in design, so I just
the
assumed.
internet went crazy because they were like, "Oh my god, gameplay footage that wasn't final actually wasn't final. This game looks really good." And I was like, "Yeah, bro. Like it said gameplay footage not
Yeah.
final. It
Oh,
said
come
not
on now.
final."
Come on now.
So people showed they were
Okay,
like,
and
"Okay,
so
so, yeah, it was pretty cool."
here they did that because now they're the whole back, like at the bottom, kicks out as the kickstand. And oh, that's why they call it kickstand. That just clicked for me.
Come on,
Kicks out. Wow, wow. Okay. But anyway,
way better
yeah,
tabletop experience.
definitely the tabletop experience has just completely changed from this alone. So yeah, the kickstand is all across the board for the console now. Pretty much what people wanted since launch, but obviously they didn't think it'd change. And it comes at such dynamic angles too. It's adjustable. I like that.
Yeah.
Odyssey was a good choice, but enhanced audio. Now, the few that saw that, they were kind of confused, like, well, what exactly does that mean? Like, how is it enhanced? And I mean, yeah, that's a good question because, I mean, since the Wii U gamepad, actually, we've had 3D audio, and several other like different phone OEMs are talking about spatial audio, whatever that's supposed to mean. So maybe it'll be some sort of experience like that, but I don't think you can have that without the earphones. And I'm sounding nerdy, so I'll stop that there. We'll get
into that. Popping off. He's popping
off. But yeah, we'll get into that a bit later.
October 8th. That's a pretty good release date.
They really showed off Clubhouse here. That's an joy.
They really did. That was cool.
Yeah, that was nice. Do you see this dock, my guy? Oh my gosh, that looks sexy.
Like, bro, you can really just like, oh my god, no more hassle to put your cords in the back. Look at that.
Oh yeah, and there you go. The highlight for a lot of people. The LAN port is built in.
Yep, I'm just still gonna be using Wi-Fi though, so I don't really care.
Bro, you can't be messing up the arenas like that, bro. You gotta get that cord.
No, bro. I already have a wire on my PlayStation. I'm not buying another cord. Wait, I could just use that same cord. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna just be difficult. No,
bro. Just buy a 12-foot cord. The system's right there.
Wait. I feel like, I don't know. That cord looked like it came native with it though, but I know it didn't. But like that looks like you're making a white one.
That would be an interesting like limited time selling point, but I doubt it.
This is Splatoon 3, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
I believe so.
That crossbow. I'm like, that ain't. I ain't never seen that before.
Oh, I haven't either, but apparently Splatoon 2 did a lot, so.
Oh yeah, we see Mario Party getting salty. Okay, I feel that.
Yeah, that might have been Superstars, or it was probably Super Mario Party. Ring Fit.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I need to get back on that instead of being lazy about it.
Same. Hello? But it's like when I come home from work pushing carts, I don't feel like hopping on Ring Fit, but I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it would definitely help if I get back on that like I'm supposed to. And of course, the release date, October 8th.
It's a really good default color, man. It's a really good.
Yeah, it was really good that they chose that. It's very appealing in my opinion. So that was a Nintendo Switch OLED model. Obviously you had your usual. I'll just leave it at Twitter users. This isn't the Pro. This isn't a 4K. Where's the 4K? I already told you. There will not be a 4K model this year. And even if we were to get it, it would be next year. But seeing as they have this, it's definitely not coming next year now. That can't be the case. So, my overall feeling from that was something that Jay, one of my IRL friends, said. This is definitely what the Switch should have been.
Like that launch?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. And now I also commented on that specific reply myself. I was saying like, you could definitely argue that because this is like the perfect setup, right? But aside from the adjustable kickstand and the wide kickstand, I don't think that it needed to have everything else that the OLED model brought with it. Mostly because this is actually a conversation I had with my Uber driver just yesterday. Um, Nintendo was coming off of the heels of their worst their worst product release in recent time. Now,
Like that is ridiculous.
yeah, and it affected their whole company to where the top two executives took a 50% pay cut just so that the other employees could stay on because they didn't want to lose anybody. So, I mean, just looking at that alone, there was much to lose if this was to fail in any way possible. They could
No doubt.
not afford. What were you saying?
No, I'm saying like no doubt. This was do or die.
Yeah, they could not afford to have it in an undesirable price point, as they kind of did that with the Wii U. And I mean, they really couldn't even communicate with people what the Wii U was supposed to be. So imagine having this form factor and it still not do well for reasons that you could have controlled. That would have been the end of them as we know it. Now, where they could have gone, many theories. Not getting into that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, besides the kickstand being revamped the way it was here, they didn't really need an OLED screen.
At
Although
launch.
yeah, although it is very beautiful, I have to admit. Um, Increased speaker quality. I mean, while I'm playing the Switch in handheld mode personally, I'm not a big handheld user. I'm playing it because obviously I'm bored and need something to do. The speakers sound great to me. They don't need a tune-up.
Not
I
really,
guess
no.
that's how I want to put it. Yeah. And I mean that LAN port being built in, they've already said like that was going to up the cost right there. So I mean, yeah, all of that wasn't necessarily needed, but it definitely would have been a more desirable version. CJ, what were your thoughts on the trailer after initially seeing it for the first time?
I was shrieking when the upload hit, like to be honest, because I was like, wow, 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 this is pretty cool. I don't I'm not gonna pretend like I know what any of these words mean, so I'm not going to do that. I am going to say that my mind when this came out, I was like, I don't know who this OLED person is, but man, they sure know how to make a good screen. These colors look awesome. And I was like, oh wow, this looks pretty cool. 0.8 inches of screen. Don't know if that's a lot, but it's more than 6.2. That's cool. I was like, wow, this white is the default color. That's awesome. And the kickstand really resonated home with me because all you and all of my friends know when I bought my Switch, I didn't have it. It didn't come with a kickstand. So that kind of just that kind of just resonated with me.
No
And
tabletop for you, buddy.
yeah, I love playing a tabletop, especially because it's pretty okay. So the reason why I liked my Wii U so much was because I could play on the gamepad for most of my games.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever my family wanted to watch like TV or whatever, it was like boom, it's easy.
Yep.
You could change input from the gamepad was pretty cool and everything. And so I play in my Switch and tabletop mode whenever my family's downstairs. They can watch the TV and I don't have to stop playing the game.
Right.
And so this is going to be a really good investment. And I am doing a disclaimer right now. I will be getting this. I'm not going to pre-order it. I am just going to get it whenever I can. Hopefully I get it before the Gen 4 remakes. I kind of want to experience that in all of its glory. So I'll get it definitely before that. or I won't get the 4th gen remakes until I get the new Switch. Um, whichever one is more likely. But I really like this, and I kind of just wish people were a little bit more um open-minded. And like every time I say that, people always like say, "Oh, well, you're just defending this billion-dollar company." And I was like, "No, I just know Nintendo, and this isn't it. You know, this isn't
Mm-hmm.
this isn't the only Switch model we're gonna have. I mean, they gave us the Switch. They gave us the Switch version 2, which has like extended battery life. They gave us the Switch Lite, for like the budget option, and then
Yeah.
they gave us this not necessarily pro model, but it's definitely a better alternative. This is a good first Switch. If you have the version 2 Switch, you're probably not going to get the OLED version, and that's fine. But for
Yeah.
people who don't have a Switch, I would definitely recommend dropping that extra $50 and getting this.
I definitely agree with that
You know,
sentiment.
yeah, I mean, you have the version 2 Switch and everything's working fine, and you're not complaining. And, you already have your LAN adapter and everything. Hey, there's no reason for you to get this. You put in so much, time into the one that you have. That's fine.
Right.
I will be trading my Switch in for this. I'm not you guys.
I
My
never thought about that. I could just trade the Switch in. I'm doing it. I'm
yeah,
upgrading, baby. I
yeah,
never thought about the fact that I could just trade it in.
yeah. I wasn't gonna have two
Occurred to
Switches.
me.
I wasn't gonna have two Switches, man.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I was gonna just trade in the one I have, get whatever I can for it. I mean, I have all the pieces to it.
Yeah,
Just no kickstand. Might have to
dude.
fake. Might have to fake that. Uh, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be making the switch. To be honest,
Ah, yeah, bro.
I
Look, when I do trade it in or sell it, I am definitely going to have to give some of these accessories away, dude. I have two different kickstands. Okay, besides the one that's already on the console. Um, Simply because I wanted a dependable tabletop experience. I have the small adjustable one that can actually like just fit in your pocket, probably like in your coin pocket, depending on how big your pants are. And then I have the one where you would probably use it with the Switch Lite because it has two USB-A ports on it. I'm gonna have to sell those along with it.
but yeah,
Like, I invested so much into.
but yeah,
Um,
this is definitely it's gonna be a bittersweet transition because despite all the obvious performance problems that my Switch has, and this has nothing to do with like I'm not coming on here to dog Switch hardware. My Switch is
mhm.
pre-owned. So, I got it from a guy who got it from a guy who got it pre-owned. So I, you know, so I'm not complaining that the old Switch hardware is, lackluster. Nah, bro,
Mhm.
it's exchanged a few hands, and that's pretty much what it is. I mean, I play it docked more so, and I I just think it's time for me to upgrade. I plan on getting a new one anyway, a newer one anyway. The only reason I went with the one I had is because I mean, for $200, I really couldn't beat it anywhere else, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, especially at that time.
Yeah,
Forget about it.
yeah, I couldn't turn up a bargain like that. But now I'm no longer in a position to where I need to look for a bargain. So I can pretty much just go all out for real. It's
Bro, you know what's gonna make this more epic when I get it though?
Metroid Dread Day one.
I mean, yeah, that too, but I have that Smash Pro controller, bro.
It literally was
And the
you're playing the long game. You're playing the
and the
long game.
handles, bro.
You're playing the long game.
It's gonna look so good,
You're
bro.
playing the
If
long
they don't
game.
put that back into production for this, they are kind of stupid. Honestly, this is how you market, okay,
You're playing the long game. See,
bro.
something told you to get that controller, and I'm so glad that it's gonna pay off. We didn't think,
bro. Now I'm gonna also be sad because I'm gonna have to sell my dock shield along with it.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Because I definitely don't think it's gonna work.
Nah, especially with the shape and everything. Like it's definitely.
Well, they'll probably make new dock shields. Well, somebody will.
Yeah, probably. I'm just saying, like those.
I kind of like the white dock though. I probably would have opted out of one.
Oh, I'm definitely with it. Okay, so we've transitioned to the website here, and we're gonna go through the different specifications and features that they discuss here.
Mm-hmm.
The new system features a vibrant 7-inch OLED screen. And for those that don't know, OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode. Basically, that's why the colors look so rich. They're not being necessarily amplified by software. The colors are just naturally that bright and vibrant. Wide adjustable stand, a dock with a wired LAN port, 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Now that also caught my eye when I first saw that.
Because the Switch is what, 32, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, on this note, you can disagree with me if you like, but even with just only a dollar price increase, I still say they probably should have gone for 128, simply because I mean, this goes back to when Nintendo was talking about making 64 gigabyte game cards for developers and publishers to put their games onto. And I'm not sure if that's happened. I doubt it. But with that being said, I mean, well, I shouldn't say I doubt it, because there have been bigger games coming to the system lately, and that's probably due to the bigger game card storages. But with that being said, I mean, you have to think about the people that don't buy physical games as often anymore. I mean, nowadays, if you buy like probably 3 AAA games from third-party publishers and try and download them, one of those isn't getting downloaded. Like if I tried to download Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel without an SD card, all of them wouldn't fit on my base Switch, right?
Yeah.
And with them pushing 50 gigabytes, that's literally like probably all the storage that you have on that OLED model, because 64 gigabytes is before the system data, right? So
yeah,
just assuming that it's going to take up the same amount of space as it does on the normal Switch, that's going to be approximately 6.1 gigabytes. So you don't have much room left. Like, you could probably download a few casual games and that's it. So 128 would have been a nice upgrade, but 64 is definitely better than 32. I will say that.
It's almost 2 times better.
Bro, you've got to stop with that soon. And enhanced audio. Now, earlier, CJ was telling me he had a source where they were specifically telling what kind of audio upgrades are involved here. But if Nintendo happens to have it on their website, I'm going to go through their website first. And if they have it here, I'll go over it. But if not, I'll refer to him. Sounds good? Okay. Yeah. Feast your eyes on vivid colors and crisp contrast when you play on the go. See the difference the vibrant screen makes, whether you're racing at top speed or squaring off against enemies. How dare you say racing at top speeds and you not release F-Zero? Shut your filthy mouth.
Yeah, Mario Kart is not top speed.
Yeah, screw 200cc.
Well, I didn't say that. I can't handle that.
Moving on. Flip out the sturdy stand for easy viewing in tabletop mode. I mean, did you see it in that trailer though? Like,
Nah, that stand is definitely sturdy.
that was a lounge chair that it was sitting. That it has, bro. Like, that's crazy. Adjust the stand to find the optimal viewing angle, perfect for a quick multiplayer game with a buddy. Okay. Connect online using the dock's LAN port when playing in TV mode. Has two asterisks next to online, so I'm assuming there's a mention of Nintendo Switch Online with that.
Yeah, probably.
Save games to your system with 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Enjoy enhanced audio from the system's onboard speakers. Okay, so what does that mean, and what's your source, CJ, for the enhanced audio?
Okay, so where are we at? Hold on. So it says 5.1 channel linear PCM output, and I am on Nintendo.com.
Oh, really? Where's that? Oh, it must be at the bottom besides the like PR stuff.
So I went to switch the OLED model and I was on their main page, right?
Mm-hmm.
And save games to the internal system with 64 games of storage and enhanced audio. I scrolled all the way down to the bottom and I went to at technical specs, and then not only do they have the OLED model, they also have the other model specs on here.
Right.
But for obvious reasons, I was only looking at the one.
Okay, you did scroll to the bottom. Okay, that's fine. We'll get to it in a moment.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch OLED model systems are designed to fit your life, transforming from home console to portable system in a snap. Okay, that's
quite
cute.
Literally. Quite
literally, yes. The included Joy-Con controllers totally gives you total gameplay flexibility. Well, we know that, Nintendo. We're not new to the whole thing here. Okay.
Some people might be, though, and that'll be kind of cool to get.
Some people might be. Yeah. We've discussed.
New Switch players would be pretty cool. Kind of sick of the ones we have.
I do think that this is a nice introduction to Nintendo Switch for people who have yet to get into it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of done with the Switch players we have now. I need new ones.
Oh.
Okay. Not the brightest bunch. Not bright isn't smart.
No. That's not how they're going to take it, bro.
No, I'm not saying like they're not the brightest, but I didn't mean knowledge. I mean, it's like their overall demeanors, you know?
He said it again, y'all. Y'all got to get him.
They be kind of gloom and doom, man.
I guess I feel you on that.
Yeah. Geez, what do you like about it? Go play something else.
Also, you could don't forget you can actually like make your own Joy-Con combos on the website and order them like that. They have this on here for some reason.
Oh, can you? That's awesome. Did not know that.
Really? I thought we went over that. Like,
I didn't. I just thought people were trading with their friends, to be completely honest. Wow.
I thought we went over that in like one of the first episodes of News Review. We probably didn't, though.
Is it like are they still $80, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope they didn't I didn't want them to charge me more just because I'm, making my own flavor.
No, this is not Xbox Lab.
Real talk. Real talk. They did me so dirty. I don't even have an Xbox.
More than 5,000 games and counting. Wow.
Jesus.
Okay.
That's a lot.
And now, to differentiate it so you can't say that you ended up buying the wrong model by mistake, they put the OLED models in vertical boxes.
Is it
And so
necessarily smaller or is it just vertical?
it's just vertical.
Okay,
I'm sure that
I
box
thought
is
it
the
was a
same
smaller box.
size. Yeah. Um. So you can either get the white set or the neon set. So they do still have neon colors that you can purchase it with together.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They're even advertising a carrying case to match the colors up. That's cool.
Got a screen
Okay.
protector with it too, man. Not bad.
Oh, it does it? Okay. I mean, it's $20. You might as well go for it.
Yeah.
Um, I must have skipped this specs part, my guy, because I don't see it.
No, it's like way at the bottom, like.
Oh, compare features. I got you. Okay.
No, that's not what I clicked on.
Oh,
But I'm pretty sure you'd get the same results if you click that.
probably. So let's see here.
Yeah, you get the same results. I'm pretty sure.
So the time that these systems last, the OLED model still lasts just as long as the updated Nintendo Switch model, 4.5 to 9 hours. So you're not losing or gaining battery capacity there. And just because there was a discrepancy about it in an earlier episode, the Switch Lite lasts from 3 to 7 hours. Just thought I'd put that out there. But yeah, they also give like examples, like for instance, the battery will last approximately 5.5 hours for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So that should give you more of a scale to kind of follow, you know.
Then if you haven't
Okay.
beaten Breath of the Wild, you're probably gonna play that for a lot longer. Like I know playing
Oh,
from like beginning, I literally could play that game for hours.
like because of how beautiful this thing is, this is gonna make me want to play in handheld mode.
No doubt
Like
about it. No doubt about it.
like I have not considered like handheld mode over the TV until I saw this. So Nintendo Switch System OLED model is compatible with the full library of Nintendo Switch games. However, the system will not cleanly fit within all the design parameters of the Nintendo Labo series, and that is because of the increased screen size. There may also be games where the game experience may differ due to the new capabilities of the console, such as the larger screen size. Wait, what does that mean? What does
There
that
may
mean?
there may also be games where the game experience may differ due to the new compatibility due to the new capabilities of this console, such as the larger screen. Um, First thing that
I
came to mind
hope that.
for that was like you probably maybe some games won't be formatted for the screen yet,
Oh.
and yeah, out loud that didn't sound too good. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm hoping that mostly just applies to perhaps indie games,
Most
because then it would
definitely.
be definitely understandable, and we
Yeah.
can't fault them for that. But
But I have no doubt that all first and second party games are going to be, they'll be taking the necessary steps for them to format it
yeah,
for the screen. I have no doubt
right.
about that. And maybe some indie game devs will make up for the lack of space by putting a nice little border that and like they won't waste the space.
All right.
Like instead of having to reformat it, they could just like put the title of the game and have a nice little border, make it feel like a retro game. Pretty cool.
Okay. Let's see here. Looking at the weight and the size and all that. Yes, so the screen is still touchscreen for those that were wondering. It is still an HD screen. Same CPU and GPU. Nothing different. Still up to 2 terabytes of storage through SD card. No, we do not currently have a 2 terabyte SD card currently, but it will support that card should you buy it in future. Still Bluetooth 4.1. I don't know why they didn't upgrade it to 5.1, but whatever.
I have a question.
What's up?
So this is obviously okay, so if I'm looking at the screen part, and of course it says 7-inch OLED touchscreen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the whole point of it being called the OLED model, right?
Right.
What is a LCD touchscreen? That's for the Nintendo Switch, like the regular one.
Liquid crystal display.
Now, I didn't want to say liquid crystal and be wrong, but I definitely thought that's what that meant.
Oh yeah. Okay. That was pretty much like what older TVs, older flat screen TVs were made out of, I think.
Oh, I get that.
First off, there was plasma, and then I think LCD came after that.
Yeah. Okay, I get that.
Okay. Yeah. Now some TV manufacturers still make them with that, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
The video output for the TV is still full HD. Now audio output compatible with 5.1 channel linear PCM output. Now that's what CJ was asking about earlier. So when it says it's compatible with that, I believe it still has and it does say that, the 3.5 millimeter 4-pole stereo, CTIA standard. Okay, I don't know all that, but because of that port, because of that port being available, that auxiliary jack, I'm assuming that just simply means that you could set up a 5.1 channel surround sound speaker or stereo setup and plug it into your Switch and then have it set up that way, because even when it's docked, I believe you can still reroute the audio through the Switch to an external speaker. So, I mean, even if your soundbar supports 3.5 millimeter auxiliary, you should be able to plug it into your Switch. So if it so happens to be a 5.1 channel, it'll support it. Does that at least clear up what you thought it wasn't?
Oh yeah, I pretty much have a better grasp on it now.
Okay. Output via HDMI connector in TV mode. So they didn't end up using HDMI 2, and that's what would allow UHD. But it was still like in the actual patch notes as people dug deeper via Twitter. So that's what still leads people to think we might get a UHD model Switch soon. I don't think it'll happen necessarily soon. I think this is just future proofing, if I'm being honest.
Maybe the announcement for it wouldn't be too far off. But...
Perhaps. I believe the earliest it would come in would probably be 2023, maybe.
Yeah.
If that early. But what was I saying? Yeah. Nope, still don't know what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna move on. Still got normal stereo speakers, regular physical keys. Still USB Type-C, so don't worry about that. If you use the USB for your audio pleasures. Still using game cards. Oh, that's what I was saying. I think it was future-proofing because the Nintendo Switch will be backwards compatible with Nintendo Switch 2, obviously. Because I feel like them using game cards would just be the easiest way to go about it. You don't have to deal with the same issues that come with discs getting scratched up. Like, I've never had a serious issue with a game card. The closest issue I've come to having with one. What's that?
I said you kind of have to go out of your way to mess up a game card.
You really do, and that's why I love game cards, even with the DS. But the closest issue I've had was a pre-owned copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where sometimes it wouldn't read, and it was just because of the way it slides in to read the data. I guess it was kind of weird. So I mean, I would eject it, pop it back in, and the second time it would read just fine. The game wouldn't just randomly close out on me. It works perfectly from then on. So again, like I feel like it's just future proofing for backwards compatibility, you know. Um, of course, still compatible with all the micro SD cards that were compatible before. Still the same sensors in there. I wish they would have added a mic to this though. Like they definitely should have added a mic
Oh
to the
wow, yeah,
OLED model.
I can see that.
Operating environment. Okay.
Well, with all these multiplayer games coming out, well, coming to Switch, like I know biggest ones that are very mic friendly are Apex and Fortnite, and a lot of
Right.
people.
I was just gonna get into that, especially with
Yeah.
all of this free to play.
Mhm.
And considering how often people would want to play in handheld mode, doing so, at least people with dependable Wi-Fi options, um, it would just be convenient for a lot of people to be able to do that in their homes without having to wear a headset. So that was just something to think about. Again, still the same internal battery, still the same battery life. Charging time approximately 3 hours, but when the console is in sleep mode. So don't be upset if you're supposed to be going somewhere and you're gearing up for that nice little tournament right before you leave. And it turns out your Switch is only on like 51%. And you're like, they said it would only take 3 hours. Well, you're playing a data heavy game while it's supposed to be charging. What did you think was going to happen? So in conclusion of all those specs and technical talk, practically the same thing here, just a new screen, enhanced audio features, brand new kickstand, more storage allotment, and a sleeker and more convenient dock with a built-in LAN adapter.
Hey.
Did I? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I said it kind of loud, but I didn't mean for it to be loud.
I meant LAN port, by the way.
The dock in question.
Uh-huh.
Is it now? This may be an obvious question to many, right? Just bear with me. It's to work with your current Switch, right?
It what?
Is the new dock in question? You can use it with your current Switch, correct?
I'd imagine you could use the dock with your current Switch.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's still just
a Switch
of USB to HDMI and
it's
such. So, yeah.
At the end of the day. Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad you asked that question. For anyone else wondering, it's just a Switch.
You guys were going to be scared to ask, and you would have never known the answer. I got you. I got you.
I don't think the dock is any bigger for anyone that was wondering. I don't think the dock is any bigger. I think it's just different looking. Because again, like the console itself isn't any bigger. It's just a screen.
No. Yeah, it's just a screen is bigger.
CJ, any final and closing thoughts on this?
I'm thrilled for it. Can't wait to get it. I will be getting it. And I just think that if you guys are thunderwhelmed, that's fine. Don't get it, but let's try to be decent about it. Let's not belittle people for getting it.
Right.
Let people enjoy things.
Right.
And then if you're reasoning for making fun of people for getting things like this because, well, if you guys buy it, they'll keep doing stuff like this. Come on, bro. It's a business.
Grow up.
Bro, they don't know you. They don't know the people who like them, and they don't know the people who don't. They are putting out what the general populace think that they would like. If you don't want it, it's that simple.
It's a corporation. They're there to make money.
At the end of the day, yeah. I mean, these they're not our friends.
Like they're not your relatives that happen to give you the Christmas gift that you want every single year. That's not what this is. Okay.
No, it's not. Just let's try not to have too much discourse. This world is hard enough as it is without infighting. So I just say, Switch Lite, Switch LED, and then the more pro model. We're all playing the same games. Like, it's not no reason why one has to feel bad for the other. You know, we're all playing the same games.
Thank you.
This is they literally have 3 different models of the Switch out for whatever suits your needs. If you don't want the LED screen, if you don't think the surround sound is worth it, if you're fine with your LAN adapter, boom, drop to 300. If you want the extra little bells and whistles, get the LED. If you just want to play Switch games but don't want to commit to the Switch, get you that Coral Switch Lite, bro, or that nice little blue one if they drop. I love it. And so, hey, we're all in this together, man. We're all in this together.
Right on. Now, I did want to enter this in before we close out. Apparently, and I thought it sounded familiar, but the 5.1 channel compatibility was there since the regular Switch, apparently. So we still don't know what these audio enhancements exactly are. Hopefully, Nintendo briefs. I can't even figure out what I was supposed to say because my nephew is knocking on my door. But I'm hoping Nintendo briefs us on that before the console actually launches, because I would like to know exactly what that's supposed to mean. It's still unclear, apparently. But yeah, I agree. I completely agree with what CJ said. We're all playing the same games here. Don't bash anyone for their choice in buying whichever one of these they please, because some people are going to bash them for not buying the OLED model.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do that.
Like this. Yeah. I'm saying, don't bash you for getting the OLED, and hey, OLED buyers, you're not better than them because you decided to get it.
Right?
Like, dog, it's okay.
So, thank you, CJ, for joining me on our first episode together. I figure we should do this more often, probably, because this is weird that we've never done an episode together.
Isn't it?
We've been doing this the longest and
we've hung out one-on-one so many times and had very riveting conversations and just never clicked record. You know,
right.
So
speaking of, there's a new venture from me coming soon. More uncensored. Yeah, and it's gonna be with an associate of mine from my occupation, and it's just gonna be us talking about stuff. So,
nice.
Yeah, it's not gonna be formatted really, and it's not gonna be about anything in particular. It's just us talking. But
nice.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty cool.
So, you guys let me know how you felt about the Nintendo Switch OLED model. Let me know if you still think that we need a Nintendo Switch Plus, as Taj put it. You really should have been on in that episode, CJ. I hate that you missed that one. That was a good conversation. Yeah, he's the one that came up with that name. I was so jealous too.
Oh,
but
wow.
It's such a good name. It's such a good name. Yeah. Thanks for joining us here, guys. Also